Hey, my super beautiful, lovely souls. Lizzie the Lightworker here. Thank you for checking out my channel, Rainbow Moon Readings. So today's video is going to be for an Aquarius, divine female, and a Cancer, divine male, and a twin flame union. Okay, so particularly, this is not one of the better pairings. Like, mostly it's considered to be like a little bit incompatible, the two astrology signs matching up. Cancer's a little bit too emotional and too, sort of driven emotionally, and Aquarius is a little more airy, light to them, and they just don't need really anybody. They're perfectly fine standing on their own. All right, so I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our divine female over here and our divine male here, and we're going to get into wants, likes, needs, sort of a little bit about what might be going on in our divine female Aquarius's life, and a little bit about what might be going on in our divine Cancer's life, and then see how they come together in the middle. Okay, sound good? All right, so now we're going to use regular tarot, and I'm just gonna split the deck because I've already shuffled. So I just want to split the deck here, and we'll pull out a couple of cards. So our divine female Aquarius. Okay, so our divine female Aquarius, she may be feeling like she is having some issues dealing with things in her life. It could be her personal life, it could be her love life, it could be the direction that she's going. She could feel very blocked right now, very trapped, or sort of imprisoned in a way of thinking. And she may be thinking that no matter what she does, she can't get out of this situation. And she's, very disillusioned right now in this situation. But I think that her rescue is coming. And when I say that her rescue is coming, I mean that she really has to rescue herself here. But I feel like she could be coming very quickly out of this energy, out of this negative thinking pattern, out of this sort of imprisonment that she's put herself in. She's sort of blocked, thinking that, she can't take a step, thinking that she can't free herself. I feel like that energy could be leaving her very, very quickly. Oh, I don't know if her twin flame has come in and that he is her savior in some ways. And I don't mean savior, I mean she could save herself. It's just the thinking pattern here. But I feel like by him coming in maybe her life, she might be feeling like she can open herself up mentally. She could be open to things, and that he could maybe change her way of thinking and get her in a better direction. All right, but the direction changes, I think, when he comes in here. All right, and a very loving, very nurturing, compassionate, sensitive, sweet, caring, romantic kind of guy. Sort of like a Romeo that has a lot to offer: love, affection, sort of peace. He's very peaceful. He would be the kind of guy that it just would like stare into her eyes and tell her and show her all of what she means to him. That's what I'm feeling, okay? So, because this has to do with a water sign. This is why I'm thinking that this is her twin flame coming in. Okay, so let's get a little bit about him. Okay, so in the past, he might have been... This could also be he's ruled by the moon, because Cancers are ruled by the moon, but he could have been being deceived in the past. I don't know if he was in self-deceptions. I don't know if someone else was trying to deceive him. He could have maybe even had a little bit of mental blockage where he needed clarity in situations and it just wasn't coming. He could have had some trouble sleeping at night. He could have definitely had some problems with secrets or hidden things. Maybe there was things about himself he didn't want to reveal, or he could still be that way. He may be, because Cancers tend to be sort of bottled up. They don't usually let everything out about themselves. They don't like to do that unless they feel really comfortable. So let's get another card and see. Okay, and then his energy is sort of swift, swift moving, sort of a little bit driven by ego, which is not typical of a Cancer. I mean, not overtly anyway, not like outwardly. If they were driven by ego, it would be more covert than, you know, outwardly. So a little bit driven by ego, but this has to do with movement, fast movement. So I think he could have gotten out of these feelings too. I don't know if she also helped him to do that, to get out of that energy, but these two knights here are total opposites. One is like driven by emotions and very calm and nurturing and like seeking love and wanting love. And this kind of energy, this is sort of like someone who's just driven by lust. Okay, so he may feel very lustful for her. I don't know if that's part of it, but let's get another card and see. Okay, so I don't know if he's abandoning this type of behavior, this type of thinking, this type of ego. This is a very ego-driven person. I don't know if he's abandoned that. I don't know if he's made that change for her. So let's get in the middle here. Okay, so this has to do with holding on too tightly. This has to do with even the way you think. If you think a certain way about yourself and say somebody's trying to enlighten you, you're not going there. You just feel one way, you think one way. This has to do with emotions. Somebody that's holding on very tightly to their emotions and they don't really feel like they want to open up, or they're not able to open up. They feel like they're not able to. They're guarded, they're protected. They could have issues with money even, where they want to like save every penny and hold on to every penny, or be somebody that works hard and just saves their money. Or, you know, they have to work on that. Okay, that has to do with that. Coming together here. Coming together is with some, I'm going to say, issues opening up. There's some real issues of opening up and possibly communicating and possibly letting things go from the past. I don't know if he was hurt in the past. This deception card, I don't know if that's something that he was hurt in the past. Now, Cancers, if they're hurt, they don't forget. They have long-term memory, like long-winded, long-term memory, I'm going to say. They don't forget things about the past. And if they were hurt, they can carry some of that energy into their next relationship. They could always be doubtful and fearful that that's going to happen again. Okay, so coming together, I think that with this card here, they would make great differences in each other's lives. I think that the focus would be to try to get over that sort of, you know, clasping behavior, that holding on for dear life behavior, because that's what I see. He's like miserly and miserable, and he's not letting anything out, and he's clinging to it for dear life, but he doesn't realize that he's got to let that go to live his life, or live the life here. And just let this energy be, because this is more like feeling more free and having a different air to you, that you're just like more casual and you're feeling a little bit more victorious and coming together as a union. This is good. This is a good sign. It has to do with sort of being on the same page and encouraging each other. This is very encouraging. So I don't know if that's something that they're working on together. And traditions, okay? So I don't know if this will feel more like a traditional relationship, or if they both have that in mind, or they're working towards being traditional in every sense of the way. When I'm saying traditional here, I mean marriage. Marriage, engagement, working on foundations as a couple, working on stability as a couple, working on being dependable for each other, reliable for each other, and sort of following a routine and letting the relationship sort of have a routine to it, so they can get a sense of who each other is and get a sense of how they want to navigate this relationship, because this has to do with navigation. So they have to decide how they're going to navigate this relationship. And I feel like with this card, this has to do with opening up. So the message here in this particular union, this Cancer and Aquarius union, it doesn't look bad. I think that this could work here. I think that this is true twin, and I think it can work. I think the message here is to open up, and I'm going to say that that's on our Cancer side, because Cancer is notorious for sheltering their feelings and pushing their feelings down and not letting things out about themselves, and they have communicational problems. Okay? And Aquarius is more straightforward. They know what they want. I feel like this too with her, she knows what she wants. She wants a relationship, it looks like. She has this fast drive for it. Okay, so but she's gonna have to be careful too that she's resolved all of her past hurts and all of her past ways of thinking and being stuck or feeling in a negative hold, whatever put her there or whatever put her mind there. Or maybe she's just that type of woman that she always thinks the worst. Or maybe she's holding on here to this relationship and she's hoping that it's going to be all of these things, these good things here with this night, this romantic night. Okay, so that's going to be the message here. The message is going to be for I'm going to say our Cancer, because he is sensitive, but I feel like he's going to have to work on opening up. There's just too many cards here that say, okay, but when they come together, it's rather good. It's not bad. So you just have to decide, you know, like I said, how they're going to navigate this, how, you know, how much they're going to put into it, how much they think they're going to get out of it. You know, and don't keep secrets from each other. Let things out. You know, that's what this has to do with. Okay, let's just get one more card for advice here, and we'll go with I think we'll go with our energy oracle. Magician in the Mirror. Okay. Manifesting. This has to do with manifesting what you want. Manifesting what you want in this entire relationship and yourselves. Okay? Because twin flame unions have to do with self-care, pushing the envelope for yourself, healing yourself, working on that together if you're going to do that, or learning a lesson or teaching each other a lesson. But the magic has to come from within first. And then if you both have that magic, the magic working together is what pushes you, I'm going to say, to have a twin flame union. It's like finding that magic within each other and believing in it and being able to rise together. Because if you can't do that, then the journey is not yet complete here and it has to continue. But like I said, I do feel like this could work. I just think there has to be no secrets. You have to talk. You have to communicate. You got to let everything out. Can't hide things from each other. You can't be deceptive. You got to be a bit more traditional. You got to know how to navigate this, and you got to let go of things. Okay? But I think it could work. So yeah, that's about facing yourself. Facing yourself. All right, guys? That's going to do it for today. Please leave me some comments and let me know what you think about this reading and if you'd like to see any more types of readings. As for now, like I always say, follow the rainbow moon, and love and light to you all. Many, many blessings.